I mean, obviously he's scared. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't blame the guy.
Oh, it's official. Basically, a little over 7 days until the East versus West event, and I want to cover what happened with Brian Shaw on the podcast here today. Here's a clip that he talks about his current shape. So let's take a look.
I think right now at this moment, I'm in the best arm wrestling shape that I've ever been, for sure, right? But that should be the case. That 100% should be the case because I'm so new to the sport that if I'm not those improvements, there's a big problem, right?
So best shape of his life.
In 6 months, am I going to be better than this? I would have to answer and say yes.
It's super exciting to just think about the potential of where he can reach in the sport. That's for sure. I want to take a look at this right here because Leonidas was not on the live stream. That was supposed to be both of them, but I guess we'll hear his thoughts pretty soon. I mean, these athletes are going to start leaving for their flights in several days. I'm sure early next week some of these athletes are already going to be over there, so it's really getting close.
Or you send me a message and he said he can't come today, and your response was,
I mean, obviously he's scared. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't blame the guy, right? Like, I mean, we're coming up on a week out, right? I'm sure his nerves are through the roof. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders, man. And this would put more pressure to dive and talk. So, he needed to back out, I guess. I don't know.
A little bit of banter from Brian Shaw. Do you guys actually think that Leonidas is scared? I mean, after all, he is the one with more experience than Brian Shaw when it comes to arm wrestling. But let's take a look here. I did put up some polls. Some of them included Brian Shaw here. I want to review a couple here. Iron Bibi looks like he's training for arm wrestling. There was a video of him arm wrestling the other day and also him doing curls that was posted today, in which he had the hashtag arm wrestling, training for arm wrestling. So it looks like he may be trying to make a crossover into the sport. As of now, obviously Brian Shaw has massive favorite in the poll here. But I will say Neil Pickup spoke very highly of Iron Bibi, his abilities, arm wrestling. I think he's done some restaurant table arm wrestling, you could say, just nothing serious, I don't think, on a table too much, except for, we saw him pulling with some random people in Africa the other day. But this guy is a genetic freak, just like Brian Shaw. Obviously, Brian Shaw, much taller, but Iron Bibi is ridiculously dense. Let's look at a couple comments here. Brian has more experience. Yeah, for sure. Get Iron Bibi in. Put him against someone like Eddie Hall. If Eddie lost, he probably wouldn't care, but then it would build Bibi up. Yeah, that's not a bad idea for sure. Definitely not a bad idea. It would be cool to see more genetic freaks coming into the sport. I think that can only help get more eyes on the sport. So I did put up a poll who would win, Oberst or Bibi. We saw Robert Oberst compete at the Shaw Classic event recently, and seems like he's been trying to take the sport seriously as well, so maybe that would be a good matchup. And I think Robert Oberst, one of the guys who used to have the shoulder press, maybe log press record, American record at one point in time, if I recall correctly, in strongman. So both of these guys have really strong shoulders, strong log press. Obviously this is arm wrestling, so it's very specific strength that matters, but just very strong guys, obviously. It could be an interesting match, but who would win in arm wrestling super match? Left arm. Somebody asked me to put this up. Prime Dennis or Morozov, although a lot of people say the level in the sport is higher nowadays. Still, people have Saplankov as a favorite. I wonder if they think Prime Dennis would beat the Morozov who faced Vitali. Clearly so, 86% on the poll. Why is this even a question? Says this person, left arm Dennis is number one. Prime Dennis pulled Devin's whole body and gave him a mercy round 2018. Yep, of course. Wouldn't be a poll with Prime Dennis without comments like that. One last poll we'll take a look at here. Iron Bibi versus the Russian science experiment. 92% for Smaev. So, I would love to see Smaev get on a table. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. But guys, let me know what you thought about the podcast with Brian Shaw and kind of his mentality going into the match. Do you still think he's going to win, or is he going to lose? I personally picked that he's going to win, and I'm going to stick with that. I think 55 to 45% that Brian wins. But use code TOM. Buy the pay-per-view. We're 7 days out, so it's getting really close, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.